Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this latest edition of Tales from Outer Space, where I take stories from across the internet, read them for your entertainment. This particular story is called One Scoop or Two Scoops, written by EchoingCascade. Engineers. If a physicist proved the existence of a universe that was a cube shaped with the red polka dots, they would be able to make a ship to navigate it given enough time, money, coffee, and maybe a pinch of LSD. And amongst these individuals, none were better at it than humans. At least, that's what most believe. For a while, it was true that a human once stopped an antimatter breach with a scoop of ice cream. People don't talk about all the times they picked the wrong flavor. When I was told I needed to have a bubblegum ice cream available in engineering, I thought it was one of their famous jokes. Then, the updated manual arrived. 4046, pronounced 4046. Captain of the long-range vessel, the favorable tide, was floating towards the quarters of his chief of engineering. 2 days ago, their ship was hit by an errant micro-singularity that nearly destroyed it. They had followed the standard procedures, namely, putting everything on reserve power, seeding the affected areas, and sending an SOS. But with no response to their call for aid, they were going to have to get, inventive. The Imorak captain, short, grey-skinned, equipped with an anti-grav belt, sighed as he stopped in front of Jake McDuff's room. I was wondering what kind of human I was getting. The professional, by-the-book kind, or the more classic type. Their chartered course had brought them near the corona of the local star when he got his answer. 4046 had asked Jake if he could reinforce the shields or if they would have to chart a new route. He had answered with a, "Why don't we just cross it at night?" I checked the rules and regulations to see if corporal punishment could be meted out for horrible jokes. Twice. I even asked my senior staff, and they agreed with the rule, though Katie, the sentient resource, did say that she could sweep it under the rug if I chose to go forward with it, and the medical officer said that he could make it look like an accident. 4046 assumed that Doc was kidding. That is until he sent him an encrypted file with ways to dispose of the body. I deleted the file, pretended I never saw it, and offered him a chance to transfer to another vessel next time we were in dry dock. He accepted. The Imorak knocked at the door. Jake, enter. 4046 slowly entered while reading the data slate in his hand. In accordance with Regulation 2734-B, subsection 4, he raised his head and found Jake eating ice cream. Subsection 4. Subsection for frack's sake, are you eating the emergency ice cream? Jake looked at the bowl in his hand, the melting ice cream on his spoon, and then at his captain. No. The Imorak's hand twitched towards his sidearm before he caught himself and remembered why he was here. As I was saying, according to the regulations, I now have to give you full run of the ship. Jake threw the bowl of ice cream behind his head, which shattered on impact with the floor. 4046 winced, but Jake didn't seem to notice and was all smiles. Seriously? 4046 sighed. Yes, you can cannibalize any ship system and commandeer any resource or personnel to jerry-rig our way out of this mess. Sweet! 5 hours, several angry calls from the crew members, and at least one law of physics being insulted later, Jake had called the captain to show him his solution. I call it the cosmic rickshaw. 4046 looked at the monstrosity in front of him. It looked like it was made from parts of the engine, a rice cooker, a few plasma rifles, a shield generator, an anti-grav belt, and 4046 pinched the bridge of his nose and fought the urge to yell. Why, is there a medical nano-injector next to an anti-grav belt? Oh, I recalibrated it to work on ceramics to keep the whole thing in one piece. Very well, fine. Why not? But why, pray tell, is it held in place with a woman's brassiere? Oh, yeah, I couldn't get it to hold with anything else. 4046 squinted at the engineer. Jake threw up his hands. No, seriously, watch. Jake removed the bra, put the injector back with duct tape, and it quickly vibrated itself off. He tried with multiple other adhesives and other binding materials to no effect. Jake shrugged. I have no idea why, but the bra works when nothing else does. Fine. Wait. How did you figure that one out? You know what? I don't want to know. So, how does it work? Captain Faraday had been listening to Captain 4046's recount of the miraculous return to civilization. 4046 had stopped at a crucial moment to have a drink. The thing reduced the mass of the ship enough that it could travel at an appropriate fraction of the speed of light through momentum alone. The colonel nodded. So, you then fired the impulse engines and made it back home? 4046 shook his head. Impulse engine was beyond repair, and the main engine was part of the rickshaw. Then, did you... Before he could finish, 4046 interrupted him. The crew put on their still-functioning spacesuits. 4046 took a long swig of his drink. And then we got out and, pushed. The colonel raised an incredulous eyebrow, and 4046 responded with a pained nod of affirmation. Faraday then pushed a button on his desk to contact his secretary. Militia, please tell the docking crew to keep the favorable tide as far away from the station as possible. Make sure security personnel is on hand. If Chief Engineer Macduff tries to do anything more scientific than boil water and, we're gonna need more whiskey. Colonel Faraday sagged in his seat after draining his glass in one gulp. Lots and lots of whiskey. End of story. Story number 2. Biological Warfare, written by Catfish 21 SM.
Sir, we have a problem.
What's that?
Do you remember that human prisoner that we brought in a few days ago?
The one that I ordered you to torture for information?
Yes, sir.
What seems to be the issue? Is he not divulging information to us?
No, sir, No, he is, sir, but the information is the issue.
What do you mean, soldier?
Well, apparently, he was an avid collector of insects in his home world.
And what exactly does that have to do with your mission?
Well, sir, for some of our recruits saw him release something when he exited the ship earlier.
What did he release? Is it going to be a threat to our ecosystem?
Well, sir, he called it a queen murder hornet.
A what now?
A queen murder hornet, sir.
What in the galaxy is that?
Apparently, they are an aggressive species of insect native to the human's homeworld, an apex predator that is even capable of hunting and killing humans.
Sergeant, are you telling me that there is a Category 9 Deathworld apex predator that hunts and kills humans on the loose in our base?
No, sir. We believe that it has escaped our base. Its current location is unknown.
Why didn't you order the soldiers to kill it?
It was too fast and agile, sir, and was gone almost as soon as we'd seen it.
It's that fast. That's terrifying. We have to let Emperor Feck know immediately. How long can this thing live?
Our prisoner indicates that the specimen can live for about one soul cycle, sir. Half of its lifespan has already passed.
That's terrific news. Most species from Sol have much longer lifespans. Thankfully, there is only one, and the species from Sol require at least 2 to reproduce.
Sir, that is apparently, inaccurate.
How so?
There are apparently several species on Sol that are capable of reproduction, with only one member of the species.
Please tell me that this is not one of those rare exceptions.
It is, sir.
Wonderful! And please do tell how quickly the species is capable of reproducing. Let me guess, it can have over a dozen offspring in a single soul cycle.
Well, if the prisoner is not lying to us, sir, then this particular specimen is capable of, souring 100 offspring in a single day.
What? Did you just say 100 offspring every soul cycle?
No, sir. 100 offspring every 24 human hours.
No, that's physically impossible.
I hope so, sir.
If that's true, then we're doomed. Have you confirmed with the prisoner how to eliminate this predator? Surely there must be a way.
Yes, sir. The prisoner indicates that once the species is established, it's impossible to eliminate it without glassing the planet. He indicates that even the humans' modern-day technology is still not capable of driving the species to extinction.
We're completely doomed. Tell the Emperor to prep for immediate evacuation. I knew it was a mistake to wage war on a Deathworld species. By the way, did you happen to get this creature's hunting method? Is it at least quick and a painless death?
According to our prisoner, it incapacitates its victims with intense pain before swarming them with vast numbers and slowly ripping them apart.
Great. Who in their right mind would collect something like that?
According to him, sir, it's one of the least deadly species that he collects.
Oh, of course it is. Deathworlders. There's never anything normal about them.
Sir, I think we're officially Deathworlders now too, aren't we?
I suppose you're right. Our planet will have to be reclassified as a Tier 1 Deathworld soon enough. Completely uninhabitable.
Should we let the public know, sir?
No. It's too soon for that. There'll be immediate panic if we do. Prep for evacuation. We'll need to save as many lives as possible. They'll find out sooner or later anyway. But at the very least, we'll need to focus on getting the Emperor off world first. Hopefully, this murder hornet doesn't decide to hop a ride on one of our ships as we are evacuating. That would be the single largest blunder in our species' history. Second, only to the current one. End of story. There is a new legend on the horizon. Blueberry Cat has taken the T6 Patreon spot. Thank you very much, and I'm sure that I speak for everyone when I say that. I would just like to thank our T5 members, Lord Azrakel, Ambrose Cattell, Quantum Wednesday, Drexoon WRE, Blueberry Cat, Cam Maxwell, Casper Arnholtz, Bushmaster 177, and Leslie 517. Thank you very much.